That is like some 5-head level play. What even is this? I have no idea. I have no idea. Whenever it blocks, you get an energy. It's just like, what? And it has flash. And like it combos with this. It's like, what? It's so weird. It's funny, but it's weird. My fair citizens of Sodium City, we have Onyx Anatomy class. So obviously with an Onyx Anatomy class, we have to have Professor Onyx, and usually with Professor Onyx, it has to be some type of combo or spell spamming type of thing. However, this one is much more on the control-y side, but it does spam a lot of cheaper spells. Our primary way of winning is going to be surrendering. No, just kidding. Not this time. This time, it's actually going to be through Professor Onyx. So Professor Onyx is an amazing planeswalker, one of my favorite Liliana planeswalkers. 6 mana, 5 loyalty, has a +1, so comes in with 6 loyalty, which is very, 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 very squishy for a 6 mana planeswalker, right? So the +1 is you lose 1 life, which kind of sucks, but you get to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. This is super cool because we are running Gaea's Blessing, which we'll kind of go over later. However, the most important part that we really want to go over is the passive of Professor Onyx, being the Magecraft section. So whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is really good just because it's life gain sustainability, but it's also damage, but not necessarily damage. It's life loss. This is just very, very good in general. And of course, her +1 allows you to find spells specifically or find specific spells that you need. Then, of course, you know, the -3 that makes the opponent sacrifice a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control is great for survivability. Has the -8, which is another amazing finisher of each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat this process 6 more times. So you're doing it 7 times in total. If they have 0 cards in their hand, that means that they're going to lose 21 life, which is by default all of their life in Magic Arena, that is. Our only real ramp in this deck is going to be Into the North, or you'll hear me call it Peter North a whole bunch, or Peter North Pole, something like that. It is just a 2 mana sorcery. Search your library for a snow land card and put it into play tapped, and shuffle your library. This is just ridiculous because you can get snow dual lands, you can get Faceless Haven, which is awesome, that we usually get later on in the game. Just in order to get a blocker, because a lot of times early on we need specific mana sources because we are running the Witherbloom Command, the Grisly Salvage, things that cost, you know, black-green, and there's no colorless in those early cards that we're playing. It's specific black and green. So early game, we'll get the dual snow lands. Later on in the game, mid to later on in the game, we'll usually get a Faceless Haven. As for card advantage, it's pretty much everything in our deck, although everything is just going to be cast over and over and over again. So it's not necessarily card advantage, it's just card spammy. So Abundant Harvest, I guess you'd call them cantrips. That's what a lot of people call them. I still don't necessarily know what that means, but that's just what people call them. So Abundant Harvest, 1 mana sorcery, choose land or non-land. This is a fucking ridiculous card. I still think this is the most underrated card in the game right now. So reveal the cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of the chosen kind. Put that card in your hand, the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. This is ridiculously good early game. If you keep like a 2-land hand, but you have an amazing other set of cards, you just need that 1 more land or something. Abundant Harvest, you just like call land and you guarantee get that land drop. It's amazing. Even if you have like into the north in your hand, and you want to keep that one land hander, and you have an abundant harvest, so you can put down that green source, abundant harvest for another land, get that land, and then the next turn into the north, maybe you get another land, maybe you don't, but then you're at that 3, and you can kind of just spiral out of control. Well, maybe not out of control, but you can spiral from there. You can actually keep a 1 land hand if you have the right utilities, and abundant harvest really kind of unlocks that. Our other set of card advantage, I would say, is probably going to be Gaea's Blessing. Not only does it prevent us from milling out, so our War of Attrition is much stronger than almost every other deck. However, it's very, very good with Professor Onyx because we want to shuffle as many spells into our deck as possible over and over and over again. So Gaea's Blessing, 2 mana sorcery. Target player shuffles up to 3 cards from their graveyard into their library. This is also very good. We can target the opponent to shuffle back in their Kroza, their anything, their reanimation cards, their reanimation targets, whatever it may be. We can shuffle those back into their library. You know, all that stuff is very, very good. So Gaea's Blessing is good for that, but also the next part, you get to draw a card. And again, shuffling 3 spells specifically from our graveyard to our library increases our chance to get spells, especially if we're looking for a board wipe. Let's just say we cast all 4 of our Ritual Suits because they're getting a ridiculous amount of creatures out, and we still need more. So we're going to cast Gaea's Blessing and shuffle back 3 more, which obviously just increases our chance of getting board wipes, right? And we're actually running 4 of these now, which is ridiculous, right? But the other part of Gaea's Blessing, which is very important, is when Gaea's Blessing is put into your graveyard from your library, shuffle your graveyard into your library. This is amazing because we're running cards like Witherbloom Command and Grisly Salvage, and of course, Professor Onyx does a similar effect. So Witherbloom Command, target player mills 3 cards, and then you return a land from your graveyard to your hand. And once again, Gaea's Blessing, if it gets milled, you're going to shuffle everything back. Grisly Salvage, reveal top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature or land card from among them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Once again, same thing. If you get a Gaea's Blessing milled over, you're going to shuffle everything back. But again, this guarantees your land drops. Later on in the game, it does kind of suck because the only thing you're going to get out of this is a land because we don't have any creatures. However, Professor Onyx still makes this card good, as it's going to leech for 2. So we're going to make them lose 2 life. We're going to gain 2 life. It's definitely not bad. And later on in the game, it's really nice to have spells in the graveyard because Gaea's Blessing then shuffles everything back in. And getting lands out of our library is always good for that as well, because then we're still just going to top deck spells instead of top deck lands. In theory. Overall, the deck seems pretty solid. I actually really like where it's at right now. I'm experimenting a lot more with running 3 ofs and 2 ofs instead of just kind of going balls to the wall and 4 of everything. And I think it's starting to work out really well. However, I'm also starting to realize Gaea's Blessing may be a better card than we all think it is. So once I added 4 Gaea's Blessings instead of 2, I found out that it's a better card. So it may be one of those weird cards, kind of like how Haphazard Bombardment is, or Blood Sun Lotus Field, to where you need 4 of each of them in order to make it a very good card. And I think Gaea's Blessing may be on that level to where having 4 of them is surprisingly good, because worst case scenario, it's a 2 mana draw card. Best case scenario, you're getting another card that you need that you already casted back into your library. And again, getting Abundant Harvest back into your library is ridiculous because I still think Abundant Harvest is one of the best cards in the game. So I want to experiment more with 4 Gaea's Blessings in main, so you might see that in some decks going forward. But I will say that this deck is the truth, absolutely the truth. If you want to build this at home, it's only going to run you 22 rares main deck 3 in sideboard because we are running some cram sessions in order to get some additional life gain from environmental sciences in the sideboard, and then confront the past to bring back our Professor Onyx if it's in the graveyard. And then we have 3 mythics main deck, of course, because Professor Onyx is a mythic. She's amazing and beautiful, right? So take it, build it. It's pretty cheap for one of my decks, especially one of my decks. This is probably half the amount of rares that you would normally spend on one of my decks. Highly recommend it. So take it, build it, make some changes if you must. Let me know how it goes in the comments section below. If you want the current deck list, you will be able to see a card at the top right-hand corner of this video. You can see the text based of it in the description below, as well as a link to the Aether Hub site there as well. And as for yesterday's comment question of the day, I asked you to help me find additional people for the Jank vs. Jank collab that I come out with every single Monday. I know a lot of you have dedicated content creators that you default to that may or may not be me. But if you have any other content creators that you enjoy watching, please let them know that I am doing a collab and that I am looking for other people to collab with. So if you don't let them know, please let me know who they are so that I can reach out and contact them, because I'm always looking for more people. As long as they're making an effort to consistently make content with Magic the Gathering, then I am open to collabing with them. Big, medium, large, doesn't matter. And if you want your comment featured in these videos, make sure that you answer the comment question of the day every single day, 7 days a week in the comment section below. Stay salty and enjoy the games. I don't remember how this deck went. I think it was pretty good. I don't know, I just like Professor Onyx. I'm on a Professor Onyx kick. So I mean, it's got Casualties, Professor Onyx, Blood on the Snow. Okay, I kind of remember this deck. Witherbloom Command, Grisly Salvage. Oh, that's right. Okay. Against my better judgment? Kind of. I mean, we get to ramp a little bit, right? This isn't a great hand. We have 0 removal. Top deck and lands like a mother. Okay, so it's good that they're not playing anything. Hopefully they don't counter. Okay, good. We got an Extinction Event, so that was probably a really good get. We do get to Gaia's Blessing. Kind of depends on what they do. Dynavolt, what in the fuck? Whenever instant or whenever you can, we got a reader, because I have no idea what the fuck. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcerer spell, you get 2 energy. Tap, pay 5 energy, it deals 3 damage to any target. Got it. So the reason I shuffled that back in is because if I ended up drawing another one of those, you know, because it would increase the chance, I could have played a land and then ramped with it, you know? It's just another 2-mana spell that I had the opportunity to use. So this is Temur energy, which I do not like. It's scary. You know what? Well, I guess... I don't know, for some reason I thought they might have had a kill spell or something. I think they shocked in that land. I don't have my headphones on, so I don't remember, but I feel like they shocked in that land. And I don't like that. So I'd rather have them counter this. It might have been a negate that they were holding up. Yep, negate. Okay. Okay. Shock me, daddy. I wonder if it's a counterspell tribal Dynavolt tower deck. That would be fucking hilarious. Assuming there's another one, right? That shit would be so annoying, but holy fuck, would it be funny? Are these legendary? They're not? That's actually really funny. So they get 3. Oh, weird. Okay. For some reason, I thought they had something else and they were gonna do something with something. And I don't know. Just Destroy all planeswalkers. Huzzah. Don't counter it. You just let me get my Onyx. Opponent, let me get my fucking Onyx, please. I just want my Onyx. That's all I want. Disallow. You're so mean. Just plays. I'm trying to just play. Son of a bitch. Not letting me just play. I wonder if they have another Onyx. Son of a bitch. Oh man. All right. Well, start punching him in the dick. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hi. Of Genius. This is like a weird energy deck. I feel like this is some pre-con energy, but it's not. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's kind of cool. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, essentially I'm just kind of digging for another Faceless Haven. This is really all I'm doing. Let's see. Well, that was rude. That was rude. Alright, so we're gonna Extinction Event and get rid of that. Even. Okay, so... I actually did not expect the Gear Hulk. The Gear Hulk threw me for a loop. Now I don't know what I can do. You still have another counter spell? I actually need this one. Please don't have a counter spell? Please? Please don't have a counter spell? I mean, they got to now, right? 20 cards deep, they've only cast 2. I mean, if they have 1 disallow and 1 negate, they'll have at least 2, right? There's no way they let that go through. They only have 1 blue source, so they can't disallow, but they can negate. Reject? The fuck please reject? Okay. I mean, that sucks.
New life, same annoyances.
Okay, that wasn't bad. Well, she's dead anyway because it takes another hit from the Dynavolt Tower, right? Forgot that that was any target for some reason. Oh. Okay. So now, Cram Session. Try it. I would like to try. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. So we're just gonna kill it anyway. So they're gonna attack it. Hmm. Yeah, so they'll attack it and shoot it with Dynavolt Tower. Does kind of suck. Maybe that was a waste.
Maybe.
I think I should have waited till next turn to do it. She did absorb quite a bit of damage and quite a bit of energy, though. And it's not the best, but it's not the worst. Their shit's tapped out. We can shoot them in the face again with Faceless Haven. Not bad. Ugh. Hmm. Right, fun. What? That is like some 5-head level play. What even is this?
What the hell is even that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Whenever it blocks, you get an energy. It's just like, what? And it has flash. And like it combos with this. It's like, what? It's so weird. Dude, it's funny, but it's weird. Okay. Boom. Did it. It's a good top deck. Maybe. Hang. All right. And they really don't want to take 4 damage. They're like, they really don't want to take 4 damage. They flashed it in twice, man. They flashed it in twice. This is the only chance they're gonna get to actually cast that spell, though, because I don't have any creatures, right? So it makes sense, right? It doesn't make it less stupid, but it makes sense. 5, 6, boom. 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 Don't have a counter spell. Duh. Man. All right, we got through for 4. They're down to 20. No, another one. Okay, they got their 3rd one. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no. Okay. And Faceless Haven now sucks. They just kill it. I mean, it's better than 3 damage going at my face. They counter this, I'm actually fucked, I think. Destroy all creatures. Huzzah! That was a good top. Bring back my planeswalker.
as dark and musty as a wind.
They were so close to getting away with that game, like all game. Like the whole game. They almost ran away with it. It was I expected more counter spells though. Like they had one negate, one disallow, and one reject? It's so weird. It's like they tried to recreate an older deck. You know, from this era. The whatchamacallit era. Amonkhet. The Amonkhet. It looks like they were just trying to recreate that. Yeah. Said the Gear Hulk and stuff. I'm assuming that's what they were doing and just like updating the lands. Because that's pretty much all they did. Yeah, because they used a subpar counterspell like disallow, negate. So they had some newer stuff, you know, negate and brainstorm, obviously great. Reject, yeah. I mean, they had some good stuff, but this is a weird deck. That was a weird ass deck to go against. Funny though. Weird. Weird, yes. Funny, yes. Good. Not so much. Not sure if it was good. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it wasn't very good. But it could have been. Seabass. Alright, Seabass, let's go. I don't think I... Okay, this is bad. Ritual of Soot's noise. That's actually really good too. I might have to do this before Into the North. Because a creature will get -3/-1. And I can make them lose 2 life and gain 2 life. So that's actually pretty good. Oh, it is oh no. Fucking Chandra. God damn it. I really hope they miss a land drop. Really, really hope they miss a land drop. Alright. Get a little bit more life. Remove a creature from the board. Oh, fuck, they do have another land. Now, do they go for the Cavalcade? They do. Okay, so I'm assuming that means they have a Chandra in their hand. Right? Or they have a Chandra Spitfire in their hand. It's also highly possible. I'll probably Cram Session into an Environmental Sciences, and that gets us 6 life, you know? Told you. Told you. Chandra Spit. I know my Cavalcade decks. But that's not happening. Because fuck you. Ugh. Okay, maybe it is happening. Because fuck me, right? This is gonna hurt. Wait, what other enchantment? Thanks. I mean, that needed to be done. Oh, fuck me in the balls. Oh, well, that's good. Get rid of that. Yes, please. That's gotta be a Scoop-a-Loop. Scoop-a-Loop?
Nope.
All right, yeah, they didn't get the extra card draw from it, And they're down to 2 lands. Said good game. Do I have? Don't. Odd. Push! Alright, well. Apparently good game did not mean good game. Okay, sure.
Even you can There has to be an answer.
Just get 3 lands off the top, why not? Surrender now! Oh, fuck me in the balls.
Don't start any
It's a really good
fires
draw.
without me.
It's a really good draw, actually.
They're so cute.
You're such a disruption.
Know what's a better draw? This. Hey, a good draw for a good draw, alright? They had Chandra was a great draw. To be fair, we had Faceless Haven to take it out, but it's still a great draw. Still a great draw. It would have set us back technically, 4 mana that turn in order to kill it. Well, I guess 3 because we could have tapped Faceless Haven after that. But it put us down 3 mana just to deal with it. But then we top decked to Casualties of War because we're professional Magic players, right? Damn, I felt like that game took forever. But apparently it did not. I like it when games don't last very long. Ugh. Any of those were green source. Alright, this is good because we can just Cram Session. Much as I love Grisly Salvage. Yeah, Cram Session into Environmental Sciences is surprisingly good. Is this a giant stack? Oh no. Okay. Alright, it's not the worst thing that ever happened to us. Costs 2 less to cast. And this sucks. There's nothing we can really do about it. Let's just hope 4, 5, 6. Let's just hope it's an odd mana cost, not an even mana cost. Cool. Aha! The fake. My face. Wow. Alright. That was actually pretty fucking ridiculous.
New job, new life, new opportunities.
I guess maybe I should have got a backup. Because they have Battle of Frost and Fire this turn, right? If they have it. If they have a land and if they have it. It doesn't kill my Professor Onyx, but it fucking hurts. Told you. Hold you. Alright, give me a land. A land?
Come on, there's gotta be
Okay.
something useful.
Enchantment. Boom. Boom. No scrying for you. Yeah, I wanted a land so I could at least abundant harvest. That would have been ideal. Wow.
Be in my office.
Alright, land.
Witherbloom is just as dark and musty as I remember it's going to be.
Non-land. Sweet. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then we get to kill that. Whoa, 3-top? Okay. Yeah, oh fuck. Do they have a bolt?
You're quite the pest.
Okay. This is fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle all my shit back in, please. Thank you.
Impeccable study habits.
Put one of them in your hand as long as you control a giant. Perfect. So they didn't get to get the good stuff out of it. Does it make it cheaper? As long as you control a giant, may do a thing. Fucking, yeah.
There has to be an answer here.
I'll take the Demouge, sure. Sure. I'll keep doing this. I'll do this forever. Forever and ever and ever. Sorry, Griffin, but not sorry. Yeah, I mean, there's just like, this is mean. Casualties of War is just a fucked up card. It's still one of my favorite cards, but it's such a fucked up card. It's so good. I really like Battle of Frost and Fire too. And then this card, a giant source you control or deal damage to a permanent deals double. See, this sucks if it wasn't giant, because it doesn't. Because Battle of Frost and Fire doesn't get augmented by it. Would be sweet if it does, but it doesn't. You know. All right, we need to make like some fucking changes apparently, because we're getting nowhere. Nowhere. Very, very, very slowly as well. I lost like 5 games in a row. So this should be fine. I like Cram Session. I like Grisly Salvage, and I like that. Okay, let's try this. Alright. Let's try to not go on tilt. How about that? Okay. Cram Session, let's go. I think we have too many redundant spells, like, because Witherbloom Command and Grisly Salvage essentially do the same thing, and kind of like Cram Session. Cram Session gets life. It also gets us another spell. Like, I think I like Cram Session more. Witherbloom Command has its applications. Grisly Salvage is ridiculous. Yeah, Grisly Salvage is ridiculous. I needed to get a green source out of that. What am I thinking? Just because it's instant speed. Yeah, everything has 2 toughness. So I can destroy this food token? We're just gonna do this. I will take the damage. Yes. Is this the same person? We did go up against somebody playing a Citadel deck earlier. So it was like oddly similar. Oh, this is the same person. Makes sense. We'll set that in Cram Session just because life would be nice. It's good. We get a Professor Onyx next turn, but we can't do anything with her. 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 mana. Ghost Rider's pretty good. We're gonna make them sacrifice that Ghost Rider immediately. I don't believe they have direct damage.
Musty as I remember.
We will take 4 damage here. 3, 4, 5, bottom. I don't get to scry from that.
Sorry, you don't make it great.
Huh. Wonder why they would eat the food. I need to get my Casualties of War. So they're escaping the Ghost Rider, yeah. Land, enchantment, creature. Creature, enchantment, and land. I don't know what they're using white for yet, but I don't really want to find out. So I assume I take another 4 damage here. And then I'm gonna go up 2. So I take 2 damage here. It's better than taking a bajillion of what that Ghost Rider was gonna do outside of that. My Professor Onyx still doing good shit. Casualties of War gets to blow both of those up and that.
Nice!
Alright, so now you get to officially fuck off.
Okay.
Yes.
There has to be an answer here.
And we're gonna gain a bunch of life. Bunches of votes. Another. Put me in, coach. Like there should be a board wipe around here somewhere.
I never thought I'd miss them.
Non-land. Non-land. Aha, odd. Huh. Nice. I want more life than you. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Now who has more life? Alright, well, they have... Put me in, coach. Put me in. Okay, I do have a Gaia's Blessing in there. Oh, this is dirty. Dirty! I'm gonna do that.
I have
Land, creature, boom, boom. Definitely need that. Yeah, I had to keep them off 6 mana because I don't know when they're gonna get their thing. Reoccurring Casualties of War is so fucking stupid. Alright, we're on the comeback. We're on the comeback. Yeah, we actually lost. We lost 6 in a row. We broke it. We broke it. And we got revenge. Which I don't even know if I don't think I included the loss. But fuck it, we got revenge. You'll just have to take my word for it. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that we need to go up to either a 3rd or 4th Gaia's Blessing. And I think putting in the 4th Cram Session is also a good idea. And then we do actually take out the Cosmos Elixirs. And then go and throw in like 2 Bolligid Recoveries. Or we can go down to 3 Cram Sessions and go up to a 3rd Bolligid Recovery. But I think that's probably fine the way it is. Let's try that. I think... Let's go into a 4th Gaia's Blessing, actually. I think Gaia's Blessing is a lot better than we may think. And I think getting the 4 Cram Sessions and 4 Into the Norths, that should help us enough. It should help us enough where it's good. And then Bolligid Recovery doesn't necessarily need to be there. I might actually put in a 4th Soot instead. Yeah, let's try that. Alright. The more I change it, the more I want this deck just to be a Primal Amulet deck. It sucks to say, but I'm just like, fuck it, just put Primal Amulet in here. It'll make the deck so much better. Just fucking put Primal Amulet in here. It's fine. Head Captain, let's go. Straw Hat Luffy. So I think we're light on the non-lands for the early game. So I think I'm going to Abundant Harvest for an early game play, since we do also have Witherbloom Command. If they play any artifacts, we can kind of fuck with it. If they have a turn 1 low power level creature, 1 toughness, blow it up. Always milling ourselves is fine to get back the Abundant Harvest is such a fucking good card. This is probably the best card that's in the deck. This card is ridiculously good. I think this is probably the most underrated card right now in the game. Just period. I think it's so ridiculously overpowered. Even. Extinction Event helps with that. Witherbloom Command, I can double this. Oh! Alright. Okay. It wasn't the greatest, but it is a lord. You know, hopefully they play an even creature. I mean, that was a 2-for-1. It was a pretty big 2-for-1. We did get back up to 20. They're playing 2 different. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna even. It's fantastic. They have a flash creature? No. If they play, no, they didn't. As long as they don't exile this, we can always blood on the snow and bring it back. Murder Strider, rude. Rude. Yeah, works for me. Works for me. Gladly take another casualty. I'll never not take a Casualties of War, right? Destroy all creatures. And yes.
Open your books to page 17 or something.
The Spanky is back. No, Gem Palm. Okay, I didn't have any zombies. Or they didn't have any zombies. Nobody had any zombies. Yeah, this is fine. Cram Session, yeah.
There has to be an answer.
Alright, they're at 6. See, Cram Session and Environmental Sciences is a surprisingly good combo.
I have impeccable study habits.
Let's destroy the non-pretty land. Do they have the kill for it? Do they have the kill? I couldn't kill them, unfortunately.
I do hope you're learning something from your mistakes.
2 for 5. Yeah. I think I win. Yeah, I did. I do win. I did. At 4. It does 8 or something. It did. It had enough. It had enough. It was fine. It's fine. We Onyx smacked their face off. Right? Mono black zombies, get the fuck out of here. We only play meta decks, right? At the end of playing around with this deck over the course of 2 days, I believe, this deck went 16 and 13. Now, it's definitely not impressive, obviously, by these stats. However, a lot of it is because we went on some ridiculous losing streak. You'll see loss, win, loss, 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 loss. But after that, it was just, we won a couple times, and then I decided to stop being stubborn with my decks and being like, okay, you know, it's fine, we're just getting unlucky, blah, 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 right? Because everyone has those moments. But I was like, okay, this is exactly what we need. Even though I really like these cards and it helps a lot, let's add in Cosmos Elixir because we need that extra card draw. We need the life gain when we need it. So I kind of just took out one of everything to see how it would perform. And it was a little bit better. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I'm still having some problems with spells when I do hit my Professor Onyx. So I was like, you know what would be better here is if I just added the last 2 Gaia's Blessings, added that 4th Cram Session back in, and then added in one more board wipe in Ritual Soot. because we are still running into a ton of aggro decks right now. Ritual Soot is an amazing board wipe. I think people are sleeping on it right now because mono green aggro is fucking all over the place, or mono green elves specifically. Coco Angels, again, all of these things, all of these decks get completely blown out by Ritual Soot. So Ritual Soot is just an amazing board wipe. If you're not running white, Ritual Soot should be your default. Obviously, having Extinction Event as a couple, always nice, but Ritual Soot, I run a 4 of just because it's that fucking good. Running 4 Gaia's Blessings, I haven't really done in a while, and after I ran it, I actually think it's really good. Being able to cycle through your cards and have that much recursion so frequently, because once you get up to 6 lands and your most expensive cards are going to be Casualties of War and Professor Onyx, once you get to that 6 mana, everything is just so much easier outside of you not drawing spells. If you are not drawing spells and you're only drawing lands, it becomes a fucking problem. So the easiest way to prevent that from happening is with Gaia's Blessing. Shuffle up to 3 cards from your graveyard into your library, draw a card. This is obviously also great to shuffle cards in the opponent's graveyard into their library. So if they're running a reanimation deck, you just shuffle either the reanimation targets or you shuffle in their Unburial Rights or whatever it is into their library to delay them. It's the easiest way to do that if we don't have our Bojuka Bog in our hand, right? It's just the easiest way to do it. However, going up to 4 of those, I think is very, very good. We are able to mill them a lot and cycle through everything with a Witherbloom Command, Grisly Salvage, still with Professor Onyx, and we have to have a couple Blood on the Snows because we obviously still have to kill their Planeswalkers outside of Casualties of War. So if they're a Super Friends deck, being able to blow up everything and then bring back our Professor Onyx is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm really starting to like the 4 Gaia's Blessings. I only got a couple games in it with it, but you'll see them in the video and it's very, very good. So you might see that in some future decks. You might see it in future decks. So I apologize ahead of time, but it's only an uncommon. It's only an uncommon, okay? It's only an uncommon. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point, it means you either really enjoyed the video or you fell asleep and I'm waking you up now. Either way, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, come out with videos 7 days a week.